brother and my friend, they went just to pick up some chewing gum.
Only went for chewing gum.
And then the other guy, he pulled out the gun and they put it to my brother's head. Here I meet people who came who had nothing. They had literally salary like $700, and now they driving some expensive car that you could only see in those videos clips of those rappers, you know.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. And today is going to be a stunner. It's your boy, Abdul M, also known as the American in Dubai. And I am accompanied with Anatoli. This brother he is the OG, the real American in Dubai. Been in Dubai for over 10 years. Has his own real estate company. A family man. Connected to the scholars, connected to the community. He's the guy we need to get the answers from. If you want to make Hijrah to Dubai, if you want to buy a property, if you ultimately want to move your family here and have the good life, this is the guy who's going to give us the answers. And I am extremely honored to have you on the show. Thank you for joining me, brother. Let's go.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother. Wallah, such introduction. I think this is just the first time in my life somebody gave me that type of introduction.
Look, bro, it's well deserved. I know your resume, and when the opportunity came for you to come onto the YouTube channel or to the podcast show, I thought like, man, I gotta have him on here. Because, alhamdulillah, you have knowledge and you have experience here. So this is what's going to make the difference for those who sincerely want to come. So therefore, we're going to give them the gem. So first, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, give yourself an introduction, and then we're going to go from there.
So, as you already told, my name is Anatoli, Abu Amin. People know me like that, Abu Amin. And I've been living in Dubai from almost 2014. And in my life, I've been doing so many different things and different jobs, especially in US, you know. And just in one summer, I think I changed 10 different positions and stuff. So I settled here in Dubai, and I see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he put me here for like a mission to spread to the brothers and sisters in UK, USA, and other like European and Western countries that there is better reality that they're having there, because it's like all propaganda marketing machine. People see that they're living there and they are raised with the idea that that's the best country in the world. That's the same with us, with Russians. We raised there, and it's like we had a joke when kids sitting at a school. And the teacher is like, during Soviet times, where is the best cars in Soviet Union? Where is the best food in Soviet Union? Where is the best in Soviet Union? And then the boy stands up and he told, I want to live in Soviet Union. But he's already living there.
He's already living in Soviet Union.
So yes, I see my mission, you know, just to spread the message to the people that they should at least once come to this country, experience that, to hear azan is everywhere, and the country is really well developed. Like one of my good friends who actually called me to come to Dubai, we live together in the USA in Los Angeles. Then he spent some time over there working mover and like low income job, but he was a graduate of one of the best Russian top universities. And then he told, what am I doing here working like on that type of jobs? He went back to Russia, did his PhD, and then he moved to Dubai. And then he called me after several years and told, bro, you should come here and experience that. It's same as US, it's just a Muslim country. Good roads, the way how the government entities work, and et cetera, like wage, salary is also good salary, and you have sea nearby, and it's very safe. So you should come and experience that.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, that's interesting. So, as you guys can see from this, is that his lifestyle and his perspective aligns perfectly with this podcast and the meaning of it. And this podcast, so that you guys know, is to give the Muslims and the viewers and those interested in these things the most authentic source of information, and that's why we're here. So now we want to dive a little bit deeper to know the how and why you decided to pick Dubai. We already know about the safety and things like that, but there has to be a deeper meaning of why you chose Dubai and how you did it from America.
So first of all, I came to US 5 times. I came 4 times just for a short period. It was like a student program when you come study English and then you work in some type of amusement park and stuff.
Yeah.
And then in 2010, I graduated from my university and right away I went to US and I stayed like almost for 5 years, 4.5 years. And once I've been coming from 2006, 2007, 2009, 2010, and I see a lot of changes, not good changes that I saw, especially in Los Angeles. That's the place where I live most of the time. And then when I came there and started living there, and I just figure out that, I don't want to live here with my wife and kids because time by time, like I personally, 3 times got a gun robbery, me or like my brother.
You were gun robbed in
Yeah.
in LA. You have to tell us about that.
So
you have
basically,
to tell us.
one time is just my we were living like close to Compton, close
Compton,
to that area. It was Downey, I think the name of the area. And my brother and my friend, they went just to pick up some chewing gum in a gas station.
Yeah.
Then the guys just
Chewing gum. Only went for chewing gum. Because continue.
So they went to pick up a chewing gum. When they were exiting the store, the guys picked up their bikes. Nothing expensive, just I think maybe $50
Bicycle,
bikes. Yes, and the guys. My brother and my friend told, "Oh, this is our bikes. These guys took our bikes. Maybe they did the mistake." And they told guys, "This is our bikes." And those guys told them, "No, this is our bikes." And he told, "No." He looked like, "No, this is
sure.
my bike.
You're sure this is mine." But
and then this guy pulled out the gun.
Oh,
"No, man,
subhanallah.
this is my bike."
Yeah.
And they thought, "Okay." Take it.
And a lot of people don't know that in America, these things actually happen. It can be something as small as a bike. It can be something as small as $20. It can be anything, and something can go completely wrong. The culture is completely different than in the United States than here in Dubai. So yeah.
And then the second time when I personally experienced, we went to Long Beach, to buy some a cell phone, iPhone or something. And we've been waiting for the guys, and they're asking, which car are you driving? And we had that time like white Mercedes C-Class. And in this area, people
That's
don't
nice
drive.
for America.
That area, people, they don't drive such cars. Usually like muscle cars, US cars.
Or those ones that go like boom, boom,
because
boom.
Long Beach, the first lane, which close to the sea, is really, you have nice buildings and stuff. But second or third lane, it's already like starting a big hood. So we've been waiting for the guys, and sun goes down, and they're like, "Where are you guys? We don't see you." And I see one car passing by one time, second time, third time, and then I saw 2 guys approaching us in their hoodies. So their faces closed. And then I told my brother, I'm afraid these guys have something like bad nia, bad intention.
Yeah, bad intentions.
So I thought if I'll be sitting in the car, that I cannot do anything. So instead of telling my brother, just leave the area. So I went out from the car, and the guy got surprised, and he asked me, "Why did you get out from the car?" I told, "Where is the phone?" He asked, "Where is the money?" I asked him, "Where is the phone?" And then the other guy, he pulled out the gun, and for some reason I thought it's fake, and I've been thinking, okay, they're trying to scare us.
Yeah, just trying to scare with like a BB gun. Yeah.
And they put it to my brother's head. And
I
told my brother, we should say something in Russian so they will understand that we're Russians. And I've been thinking what to say, and then I just screamed, "Allahu Akbar!" I took this guy, and I've been training some, freestyle wrestling, combat sambo. I just took this guy and I throw him, like suplex.
Yeah.
I suplex him and I start beating him. And my brother was screaming, "Stop, stop, stop!" And I don't know why he's screaming that, but because the other guy put the gun on his head and he told him, "Tell your friend to stop," And then I stopped, and then this guy from the bottom, he was beating me up. I was sitting on him. So he turned me, and then because I was at the same time training jiu-jitsu, I'm trying to do some triangle. I've been really, I don't know.
Man, that is so, this is like an action movie, guys. I did not expect this to, mashallah, this is exciting.
What actually happened then because the other guy, he was not like experienced. I think who had the gun. and he just started running away because he see like we're beating the guy, but the other guy that was beating, he had his tattoos on the eye, behind the eye, like some drops. I believe he killed somebody.
Yeah,
before,
that means you killed someone. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I let the guy go, and they just ran away. And then I told my brother, hey, they tried to scare with the fake gun. He told, no, it was real, man. It was metal and cold, and I could even tell you what the model was that. And he told me like the name was on the gun. We searched it in Google, real gun, everything real, you know. And then my friends sent me the news like 2 weeks after, in the same area. The father and the kid, the father got shot. They also came to buy something, and they shot them. Maybe the same guy. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he protected me from that. So living in LA, and I was living actually behind the Beverly Hills and the other area named close to Santa Monica. I forgot the name of the area, but it's very expensive area.
Yeah.
But there is University UCLA. I was studying at the UCLA, but I haven't graduated. But I was studying there. So sometimes you're coming home and the police is standing there and they're saying, oh, you're not allowed to come. Why? One guy, he shot other guy. Then I was living in, road blocked off. You cannot go inside. So you just have to wait till they clear everything
is done.
Then I was living in Hollywood, same thing. I came home, one guy just from the balcony of his house, it's the same house that I live, he shot other guy from the balcony, you know. And then I thought, okay, I don't want to live with my family here. And I tried like New York, I tried Seattle.
Yeah.
So different cities, but same kind of environment. So people could sell like in LA, you live in the house, there's one guy sitting on the carb and he's putting like a crack, cocaine, weed, meth, you know, like supermarket. You come choose whatever you like.
Yeah.
So I thought if my kids will be growing here, even though in the US many masajids and the lessons are going there, the whole environment is not safe. And then I thought, you know, my kids can, who knows what gonna happen with them, bad environment, bad habits, you know, in school also. So I thought, okay, let me look for a better place. And then I came back to Russia, and then I shortlisted different countries, like most of the Muslim countries: Egypt, Morocco, Algeria.
You've been to Morocco,
Tunis, Morocco, not, but I've been to Egypt. I've been to like Tunis, Turkey. So I went. I tried to live in Turkey for a short time.
Yeah.
And yes, it's also a Muslim country, but Islam there is not as strong as in Dubai. It's in UAE, I would say.
Yeah, UAE.
The massages are there, but they're empty. You will see.
Yeah, I've been Turkey before. I've been in Antalya. You're right, they're empty.
Antalya. So we still have a house there, you know, on the first lane, but we don't live there. So we live there. Then, you know, I just shortlisted the countries, and at that time in 2015, the best country in terms of safety, in terms of income, in terms of finding the job easy, in terms of visa easiness, Dubai was number one. And also religion-wise, Dubai was number one. Nowadays, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, they look at their neighbor and they're trying to replicate it. Because they see,
that's amazing.
Yes,
that's something which is amazing that they're doing that.
So in 10 years, you see like UAE has developed and other countries nearby, they're also trying to develop, they're also trying to make it perfect for people to move in. And that's how I shortlisted Dubai, and I came here, and then really like to make visa, everything, it was really easy. So you could legally work. Yeah. You don't need to come and stay illegally like in US. Many people come illegally.
And they're legally. Here they give you the opportunity to stay legally.
Yes.
Make it very easy for you
no
to
taxes,
get
because in US I was paying like around 35% taxes.
35?
Something like this, 35% taxes, yes. And here you don't have any taxes on the personal income that you're doing. And just recently they introduced the VAT and the corporate tax.
Yeah.
But okay, if you do business, if you earn money, why not? Why not paying corporate tax?
Yeah, why not?
Because they're spending it in developing the country.
Yes.
You know?
And you and I both know we've lived here. I've been here 3 years. You've been here 10, and we definitely know, like, they're definitely putting that money into this society. Okay, so now I want to shift a little bit of gears. Alhamdulillah, we know who you are now, and we know why and how you chose Dubai. Now I want to dive into, I know you do real estate. Can you tell us about your expertise or a little bit about real estate? What is it? Like, you give the viewers, the ones who don't know anything, the gems real quick.
You see, brother, I don't choose real estate. I would say real estate chose me. Why? I will tell you. I was working in payments industry. Like most of my career, I've been working in fintech companies. Either it's payment solutions, acquiring, e-commerce, and
Yeah.
my last company I was working in one, like number one acquiring company in Saudi. They have around 2,000 employees in Saudi, Egypt, and UAE, and I was head of e-commerce in that company in the UAE. So I was actually doing that business, but
Yeah.
most of my friends who live in this country, they work in real estate. And what I see, people who has their own place to live, they work in real estate. 90% they work in real estate. All other people who works in banks and other businesses, they're renting their place. But then I thought, okay, maybe this guy's making good money, or
Yeah.
what is the thing
Yeah,
about
what's
it?
going on? Yeah, definitely.
But tell you the secret, no, they understand the importance of having your own place to live, because you save on rent, or you could rent it out, and
Making
sometimes
income.
yes, income. The income that you're getting from renting your apartment to somebody will cover your own rental, and you also will make some outcome. And then again, capitalization. Your apartments will grow in price. Then you'll sell it, so you make like double income. So then a couple of my friends, they called me to come and work with them in real estate, because
Yeah.
they told, you live that long in this country, and I handle several positions from business development, head of sales, and I know how to open the company, how to do the thing. And there is one thing that I believe, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he give to each person some I would say superpower,
Yeah.
superpower, like those Superman and whatever. Each of them, they have their own power. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give every person some talent or something that he is good at. Some
Yes.
person, he is good at design, he see like how to make a website or something looks really nice. Some person, he's good at speaking. They learn foreign languages quick. My let's say elder brother, he's good at computers. Any country we go, boom, like 10 15 computers, like some hardware is
Yeah.
there
He
sitting,
just
because
loves
he's
it. He
fixing.
knows it.
He's not like he loves it, but people just ask, do you know somebody who could fix it? Yeah, my brother. So they just bring it like this. And I was good at uh, I would say signing the agreements on the conditions that we need. Any
Okay.
company that I work with government entities, with big entities like commercial entities, supermarkets and stuff. I don't know, for some reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave me this ability how to make people agree to sign a contract on our conditions.
Yeah.
And my friends, they
Yeah, I mean, bro, not to cut you off, but I mean,
Yeah.
for what you have done and how you have, for the sake of Allah, to allow for there to be, and we're going to go into this next, a halal investment opportunity here in the UAE with no interest. I would say there's the proof in the pudding. But yeah,
so my friends, they started a real estate, and they experienced the problem. When they start working, they find out that like all, like 100% companies here, they conclude riba agreements.
Yeah.
Like they provide you payment plan. They say that there is 0%, and but in reality they have late payment fees, they have late payment fines, and they have many things that contradicts Sharia law. So they're not allowed for the Muslims. But most of the people, they have this perception that if it's a Muslim country, that okay, all agreements are here, halal, riba free.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
And I had several friends, they're like huge bloggers, they have 100,000 people subscribed in Instagram, and they bought some real estate, and they forgot to pay for their real estate for like 2 3 4 months, and then they found out that they charge riba interest, like 10,000 dirham. Even I had a guy, he got charged like 100,000 dirhams.
La hawla wa
And
quwwata
he's
illa
coming and he's saying, I thought it's all halal. They don't late payment fees, and they charging me now 100,000 dirhams. And then my friends, they asked me, can you help us with that? And then we start approach one by one developers. And I knew, because there were some brothers from France, they did something like that. But I didn't know which developers are providing. And I tried to contact them, but unsuccessfully. So we start approaching one by one developer and asking them to remove this late payment fees from the agreements.
Yeah.
With some developers, like big developers like Damak, it took us 1 year, go back and forth. They send us like agreements stating big capital letters like Sharia Islamic law that I'm reading. It has it has late payment fines, and it has percentage on the top of these fines. And I asked the manager
And the contract.
and the contract, and it says as per Sharia Islamic law. And I asked, what is the Sharia Islamic law? You have late payment fines and you have percentage on top of these fines, you know. And they
So
told,
you doubling down on it. Yeah, you
yes,
doubling
and they
down.
told that's what we got from our legal department. And then we go back and forth. They told us, okay, if you bring us a client, then we'll give you proper Sharia Islamic law agreement. And we brought them the client who got like 10 apartments at once, and then they provided us like proper Sharia Islamic contract. So it's a very hectic process. Sometimes you have to really like call 100 times, but Alhamdulillah, Allah is the one who makes it easy. And you know, there is the hadith: if you will leave something for the sake of Allah,
Yes.
Allah Subhanahu wa Taala will give you from where you don't even expect. You know, and that was our case, because for 3, I would even say 4 months, we stopped our business completely, because
Yeah.
we didn't have even one Sharia sale purchase agreement, SPA shortly.
Yeah.
So we have to get first agreements first,
Yeah.
and then we keep on working. And we had big office. We paid like 400,000 dirhams for the office. We hired the team, 20 managers, designer, you know, like
Big time,
big
big
team,
time.
and we're not selling anything. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made it for us easy, and we start selling one project, second project. And then when you
There's more barakah came after.
Wallahi, the barakah, it came in a way when we come to some developer, they give us the Sharia SPA today, and 2-3 days after we come and we bring them customer who buy like 3 apartments, 5 apartments, or some developers we would sell like several floors. So wallahi, I was even amazed by myself, because we stopped selling each and everything. We focused on that. We get it done, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's Ar-Razak, Al-Wahhab.
Yes.
So He is the one who actually giving you risk. And your risk is actually already was prescribed to you when you was in the thumb of your mother. So Alhamdulillah, we stay away from the haram things, and Allah make it easy for us. And then we start
Alhamdulillah.
closing the deals. And I think in 1 year we closed more than like 115, 120 deals, which is good number. And then I found out.
Of course, it's a big. For those who don't know, that's magnificent.
Yes.
Yes,
And
Allah
then-
Mubarak, Allah Mubarak.
Alhamdulillah. And then one of the developers, Auto24, they were the first ones to provide such agreement. They removed all late payment fees and fines. The owner of the company, he told us that altogether, because then we had second company came to us and asked, bro, can you, I've heard you're doing that. Can you share with me the list of the developers, one company, second, third? And then we did like Barakah Cooperative, where we gather such company, maybe 7-8 companies.
Yeah.
And then the owner of this one developer, he told us that you sold 232 units, all guys together. It's like whole building,
The whole building.
232 units, just one developer. Can you imagine? Like,
So there is definitely barakah in this. So I have a quick question though. Are you giving this information to other brokers and other agencies who may want to follow this path? Because I honestly am very impressed by it. Obviously, me and you met, I think, once or twice before. Are you sharing this information with brokers and agencies?
yes, because I consider we've been doing it for the sake of Allah. And I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will give us some ajr after we die, because we're trying to change the market. And whoever approach us, and we share this list of the developers, just sometimes you have some guys who are selling each and everything. They're not focused or interested in selling only halal. They sell each and everything. Just sometimes they have some customers, Muslim customers, who approach them and they ask, do you have riba free agreements?
Yeah,
and then for that purpose they need. For these guys, I don't know, I'm a bit hesitate, because I want them at least come 1 or 2 times to developers, because usually I announce we're going to that developer or this developer. When developer sees like amount of people coming, let's say 20 people from 5 different companies, they understand, okay,
then they know
can
the
bring
importance
some-
of it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's my goal as well. I would say that, look, alhamdulillah, I'm all for care. I remember I actually said in the past, because this was before I actually looked deeper and deeper and deeper into it. I used to say, if someone's going to be late on a payment, why are you getting involved in it anyway? But the intention is before you buy, and I totally agree. I totally agree with it. So okay, I wanted to we're complete with this one,
Yeah.
right? So I wanted to shift it to comparing a little bit more in depth and targeting our brothers and sisters in the United States, in the UK, and Canada. What is your what is your advice to them in regards to the advantages of the UAE versus United States for like family and things like that?
Yeah. First of all, um, I will like mention some bullet points. Yes, maybe
Okay.
4 or 5. First of all, religion wise,
Religion.
your religion over here, it seems for me, it's like protected. Why? Because you have massages all over. I don't know how many thousands masjids here in UAE only, but it's like they are everywhere. Especially if you go to the local area where the local people
Oh,
living,
yeah.
they like every other street masjid.
Yeah.
Let's say in Moscow, there are only 4 masjids for like 15 million city. Only 4 masjids. In Los Angeles, I know it's around 15 masjids.
15?
So, 15, I think, 15 or 20. It
In
depends
Los
how-
Angeles?
In Los Angeles.
SubhanAllah, I did not know that.
It depends how you count. If you count big LA, like
Yeah.
with all the counties, of course it's much more. But in Los Angeles, I think it's around that amount. And here you have thousands of masjids. Most of the masajids, they have some hifz lessons,
Yes.
or they have some religious lessons going on. And even I used to live in one emirate, northern emirate, Al Quwain. So over there, they will have a lesson in the central masjid, and they will, how do you call it, put it on the loudspeaker in the whole city. So the whole city,
It's benefiting.
the whole emirate
It's
will
benefiting.
hear the lesson. The wallahi, this is beneficial. Can you imagine something like
Yes.
this? So they make dawah like widely,
everybody.
Yes, to everyone.
Yes.
Even they have such politics here. Like recently, they start allowing Russian-speaking students who graduate from Saudi Arabia or from here, because here they also have Islamic University in Jumeirah, who graduate from universities. They give them masjids to have lessons, and they give them masjids where Marina, for example.
Okay.
Because there are so many Russians living there, and also they put the lesson on the loudspeaker. So those Russians tourists who come, just to have fun, lie on the beach,
Yeah.
swim, they could hear the lesson in Russian as well, and maybe this will be the
means.
way for them to convert to Islam.
It's
They have
means,
Islamic
definitely.
centers, and mashallah, this is really good. This is first thing, religion.
Religion.
On top of that, regarding religion, UAE, they're inviting big scholars from Saudi Arabia and from other countries to come here and give lesson. Like for me personally, I've been like living in Russia and watching like Sheikh Abdul Al Badr, let's say,
My
or
favorite.
Sheikh.
Allah
mashallah.
Mubarak, my favorite. He's my favorite. I actually met him in Saudi when
Mashallah.
I'm sure I think I was in Medina,
Yes.
and he held. This was a year in 2018. He holds classes.
Yeah, he has
and I met
lessons
him, yeah.
after Fajr.
After
yes?
Fajr, yeah.
Yes, and then he's coming here pretty often. Then you have Sheikh Salih Al-Sukhaimi. This is Kibar Ulama, big scholar, the blind scholar. One time he came here in Ajman. He gave like dars 1 week. He was giving lessons. Then you have Sheikh Suleiman Ruhaili, also big scholar, like famous scholars. For
Yeah.
me, it's like before when I was non-Muslim, I was Christian before. It's you had some singers or you have some actors that you would see on the street, and you're like,
Yeah. But now we see the scholars and we
you
feel
see
like this.
scholars that you see on YouTube, on TV, and you see they're here live and they're giving lesson to you. You could take the wisdom from the big scholars. Sometimes it's only in Arabic, but sometimes they also have translation going on, like in English, and this is very beneficial. So,
Excellent.
and thirdly, regarding religion, they have Islamic schools over here. Like my kids, they're going to a school called Dubai National School in Al
Okay.
Barsha. So it has this Islamic
Curriculum?
It has UK curriculum. So
Okay.
the program is based on UK program.
Yeah.
But if you go there, you'll see all the girls covered.
Okay. Allah
Mashallah,
Mubarak,
they
that's
have
good,
Quran
mashallah.
classes in the morning. They have Quran classes after classes, and they teach them how to pray. They teach them dua, and mashallah. So it's
This is excellent.
regular education mixed with Islamic education, and they have schools here because before they were going in different area to another Islamic school. Also, actually here they have U.S. curriculum. Before they were going to UK curriculum, but with again Islamic studies, which is I believe really important. And you can be sure, like even I saw some kids, they have such program when you study from the first grade to last grade, you will memorize full Quran. Because they have Quran after classes, and they go juz by juz. Like 1 year is enough to learn juz if you consistent. So it's not like you have to, but if you want, you could stay
it's available.
and you could learn the Quran. And I know some kids after 12 years in school, they memorize full Quran. Alhamdulillah.
SubhanAllah, this is, I told you guys this was going to be a gym. I told you guys this.
So this is number one thing. Second thing is it's safety, because it's safety. Very safe over here. I met people from UK, from Germany, from different European countries. Yes, and I personally lived in LA. First time when I came to LA, and I asked one guy, how can I get to downtown? And they look at me like crazy. Why do you want to go to downtown? I told, I want to see this.
I want to see it.
Stuff. Yeah. And they told me, you know what? You better do this now before the sun goes down. And I think, what is this? Why before the sun goes down? And I actually went there like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So the sun already went down. And I came to downtown LA, and it's crazy, like full of
what? Yeah, it's LA. It's LA.
Only after some time they moved them to some certain area. It called Skip Row. It's very famous place. You could check on YouTube. Like hundreds of people on the street are like under drugs and crazy. And one time we were driving with one Saudi guy. Saudi
guy in LA.
Yes, and we just gave him a ride, Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive, and then we dropped him to the Skip Row. And he told me, man, I cannot believe this is actually happening. I thought it's only in the movies, people on the street, they taking some drugs. And he told, please, let's leave, run away from here. It's like full of.
Let's go from here. Yeah.
And this is second thing, safety. Here, I've been living like from 2015, and I've never experienced like any gun robbery or any like extreme situation. Not even once. So this means it's
we don't hear sirens. Country. We don't, there's none of that. No, you don't see people fighting on the streets, like fist fighting and stuff.
Yes, no fist fighting, no. And even like your kids, they could go outside and play on the street even like nighttime. Because here during Ramadan, because some people, they stay awake whole night.
Yes.
Because the time period is short for the Fajr prayer. You will see kids playing football like 2-3 a.m. at the street. Yeah. You cannot imagine somewhere in London or in Los Angeles walking or letting your kids go play outside that late, because something can happen with them. Yeah. In this country, you could be sure that nothing gonna happen with them. Then thirdly, this country is, I call it like a modern Silk Way. Before,
a modern, say that again?
Modern Silk Way. Before,
Silk Way, okay.
You had a Silk Way, a way where the caravans were going from one country to other country, and they were passing some country, and this country were prosperous and rich. Why? Because all caravans were passing by, and people were buying, selling something. So Dubai, UAE today is a new Silk Way. Why I'm saying this? People from everywhere bring everything here to sell it, and people from everywhere buying everything here and bring it to their countries. If you look at the map, Dubai is like in the middle between and I think it's maybe even only one country in the world which is between Africa, Asia, Europe, and Arabic countries. If you look where Dubai is, you see so many people from Africa. They're coming, bringing here, I don't know, diamonds, whatever, and they're buying cars, they bring it there. Russians, they come, they bring all type of I don't know, gadgets, cars, whatever, and Dubai today, mashallah, because Sheikh Rashid, I think he was the father of today's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed. He was the one who had the smart idea to make this whole country like a free zone. They didn't have any taxes, nothing. That's why people from all over the world, they start coming here to do tijara, to do business. And that's why Jebel Ali Port, the seaport here, is one of the busiest in the world. And Dubai Airport is either the busiest or one of the 3 most busiest airports in the world. That's why. And also people from here, they're going to as a tourist to different destinations. If you want to go, let's say, to some Asian countries, you have to, like from Russia, you have to book the flight through Dubai,
Yes.
because the flight will be not that lengthy, and you will stop here again. You will buy something,
Yeah.
spend money, and
Off
then
duty.
you go to
Off duty. Then you go. Then you go to the next
so
place.
this is the third thing. And when you have people from all over the world coming here to buy or sell something, it gives you a huge opportunity for your own business. Consulting companies, different trading companies. It can be general trading. I know some people, they bring forest from Russia to here, and they sell it to China through Dubai,
Yeah.
I know people, they bring gold. I know, like, they bring all kind of stuff and they sell. So you could open any type of company. Even if you're good at design or like web development, you could come here, open company, and be successful. Why? Because nowadays people sell a lot of stuff online. So they need
E-commerce and things like that,
and stuff. And IT wise, if you look at IT side, Microsoft and all those top IT companies, they have their headquarters
Here.
for MENA, Middle East, Northern Africa, here in
They are
in
here.
Dubai.
I've even seen some of them actually. I know where they are. Yeah.
So this I think that the key points why I would suggest everybody at least come here once.
At least come and see
once
it,
and
yeah.
see it, because when you see, like, because I came this country almost 10 years ago, and I see how the country changed drastically in these 10 years. I came first to area called Al Barsha, and it was like a desert. Yes, they had Mall of the Emirates, the famous mall with a ski resort inside.
Yes.
And but it was empty, no buildings, no nothing. Today, if you come, there's not even a free space for a building or something. It's all built like malls, villas, residential buildings. It's all busy,
Yeah.
So you see how Dubai developing, and come to developing country, it's a key for success for you, because when you're coming to an already developed country like Europe, the problem with Europe today, when you're coming to Europe, it's almost no space for business. Why? Because they have businesses which is held by generations. They're like 200, 300, 700 years old business, and the cities are small. It's all packed. There's so many people living there, so it's very hard to build new successful business. But when you come here, you see that the country is only like in the way it looks like now. It's only like 20 or maybe most 30 years.
Yeah, it's still early
Before
stages.
it was
It's not,
desert. I have one friend. He's living here like almost 20 years. He told me when they start building this Mall of the Emirates with the ski resort, whole Dubai was in Deira and Satwa, which is today considered old Dubai.
Yeah, old Dubai.
And he told you have to drive at least like 35, 40 minutes to this place where they're building the mall. And he told you would come. It's desert, and they're building mall in the middle of the desert. And everybody were saying, are they crazy? Why they don't build it closer to where the Dubai was there? Yes.
Yeah.
But subhanallah, if you go today
Mall of the
by
Emirates is
Sheikh Zayed,
excellent.
it's full packed, and there's no free space on the way.
Yeah.
And also he told where the Dubai Mall, the Burj Khalifa, it was an army camp over there. So we were passing, it was fans, and the army was standing there. So today you see it's like the tallest building in the world. It's the biggest mall in the world, busiest mall in the world. So you see, mashallah, they did such a big progress. So when you so you have to understand the train is moving, so you have to jump on the train and go along with it. And I know many people who came in the early years and they made enormous amount of money, alhamdulillah, because they were buying plots, they were buying real estate, and now the prices went 5 times more, 6 times more, crazy. So they did multiple X's.
So now that is some amazing information, and I hope you guys are enjoying this amazing podcast. The brother is giving absolute gems. I'm telling you guys, he's giving these gems out. So I want to ask a question, because this is something which a lot of my followers and the people out there really want to know. Is it the right time to invest in the UAE? Is it the right time? And a follow-up, I'll let you can answer that one. And a follow-up question is, where would you invest if you had the opportunity to invest right now?
You see, good thing with the UAE, they have so-called planned economics. They plan the development of the country itself. Like each emirate is separately, and together they are planning which area they will develop next. So it's
Yes.
not like chaos development. Okay, one guy he's building here, other guy here. They are choosing the area and they're saying, okay, next area will be developing, let's say, Dubai land. You've seen before,
Yeah.
Dubai land was not a very well-known area.
Yeah.
In last
I like
one year,
specialize in that area now. I'm always there.
and in
Yeah.
last one year, I think around 20 or 30 developers, they start building in this Dubai land.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they had the area JVC. When I came to Dubai, one of the first area that I settled, that I rent my place was JVC, Jumeirah Village
Really?
Circle. Yes. I
When
moved
was
in
this?
2015 or 2016. That
Oh
was
my
the time when I
goodness.
moved in.
JVC is not the same anymore.
So it was the area very close to the beach, only like 10 minutes drive by Hessa. Every day in the morning before my job, I was going to the beach and coming back, taking shower. No stores, no cafes, no malls, nothing. It was just some villas and you see some construction going here and there. But the good thing about the USA, they took this European system when they, again, they planned the area, they built the roads, they built
Yeah.
all the communication, and then they start construction, development. Yeah, so the area was developed, but there was nothing there for like entertainment or like to go buy the products. You have to travel somewhere to drive like 20 minutes. If you go today,
Mm-hmm.
JVC is the one of the top 3 selling destinations among with downtown Dubai and Dubai Marina. Top 3 selling, even sometimes is like number 1.
Yeah,
selling
it was
area.
number one, I think, last year.
And I know friends personally, they have invested, and just in 1 year, they invested 430,000 dirhams in studio. It will make it like $136,000, yes. And after 1 year, once the building was completed and they get the key, even less than 1 year, they sold it 680,000. So 680,000,
Mhm.
it's around $270,000. So
Yeah.
the guy did like 40-50% income just less than a year. And in rubles, because you see, this is a very important thing that
Yeah.
everybody has to
Understand.
understand and take a note. The local currency here is very stable. Like if at USA, you have dollar and
Inflation is
you
wild.
don't feel that inflation. But the rest of the world, even if you look at euros or Russian rubles, or before ruble, like $1 were 30 rubles, then 60 rubles. Now, then it went to almost 100 rubles for $1. Here, if you buy real estate, you get the income, almost no inflation, and the exchange rate to a dollar, it keep like from the time that I came, it was 365 till nowadays 365. So you get same amount of dirhams per dollar after like 15-20 years. So it's very stable.
Yeah, that's true.
So the guy invested in dirhams. He did like 45 something percent income in less than a year. In Russian rubles, he did 100%. He did 100% in 1 year. Name me one country where you can
get this
today,
Mm.
and it just recently happened.
Yeah.
So that's a very good thing that Dubai is developing. And let's say now they're building new subway, metro stations, and they
Yes,
are
yes.
informing that we're gonna build here and here, and this area where they will have the metro subway. People understand. Okay, now we can invest in this area, and they let developers to build in this area. By the time they will finish the buildings, by the time the metro subway will be there. And also, if you look at, let's say, JVT, Jumeirah Village Triangle,
Yes.
they have this huge mall built, like it's already done, it's already
Are you
finished.
talking about Al Khel Mall?
Yes,
Yes.
Al Sail Mall. It's
Yeah.
it's already done, but it's not live yet. Why? Because this area was like mostly developed. It had villas, like it looks like triangle.
Yeah,
Inside you
villas.
have villas, and surrounding you have plots. So now they start selling
Now
these
they're
plots
building
to
the-
developers.
Yeah, Tiger
they
has
ca-
a
yes.
lot of plot. Tiger
So
have a lot
you
of
have
projects
around
there. Yeah.
like I think 50 projects going on simultaneously in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So they're launching the mall. Right now they're signing rental agreements with the vendors. So by the time these buildings will be finished, the people who live in this area, they will have a nice mall with all the
Excellent.
stores they need. So that's what I like about Dubai. That's why, brother, it's not like you bought a house somewhere and
Yeah.
you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Will they have a subway? Will they have any amenities here or not? But here, they're building the schools, they're building massages, they're building the malls. They are developing the whole area, so you could be, count for your investment. That's a good thing, you know.
And so, subhanAllah, listen, listening to you say that now, I was not before like JVT. I'm not really, not to say I'm not a huge fan of JVT, but I know it's not ready yet. And then I see Al Kel Mall all the time because I'm living close to this area. And I know it's positioned in an amazing place, but it's not built yet. So I'm always like, yeah, JVT. But when you just said it like how you explained it, of like the vendors and the mall, the mall is literally complete. It's just not open yet. And I know the metro is coming there. Like I work closely with one of the developers that's releasing projects and things there. You just sold it to me, and I'm a real estate agent myself. But yeah. So look, we got one more topic, inshallah, and this is gonna be like, we're gonna talk about this, then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So what would your advice be to the Muslims who want to make hijrah? Just give them a little bit of encouragement. And I think one of the biggest hurdles they have is that they're scared that they won't be able to make a living here. Can you touch base on that?
Yeah. First of all, living here is not that expensive as they could consider. I know a lot of people, they live just for like $1,500 or $2,000. That's their salary that they receive, and they rent some.
And how much is that in dirham?
In dirham, 5,000 dirham, 6,000 dirham, and they rent the place. Let's say somewhere in Ajman, like those Emirates are cheaper than Dubai. Yes. They rent the place like it's 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. Their kids go to school because schools are cheap over there, or you have free like religious schools where they could learn Arabic and memorize Quran, and you could make your living. Like in US, I don't know, maybe like I don't know area where you could make your living for. If you're earning $1,500, and here you could live with your family and having a normal life. Of course, for comfort living, I would say you have to make here approximately like 15,000 dirham. You could make your living with family, and it will be comfortable. You will be.
Yeah, that's for if you have a family. About 15,000. Yes. Yeah, I've actually I was on the news. Was it 2 days ago because of my take on how much money? I think I said 10,000, which I meant by that 10,000 was like if you're single or you're a young couple, you could find a place for 10,000. Because we both know, you and I both know, in the old city, some people are living for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month, even some less than 1,000. So for that, with that being said, yeah, definitely. So we've debunked the fact that it's not as expensive as people think. But what about any other advices?
Yeah, other advice, just to check what professions are in demand here.
Yes.
Because here in Dubai and in all Arabic countries, they actually respect, I would say respect, and they like people from the West.
Yes,
from
100%.
UK, USA. Because I worked in different companies here, like even top companies, the one I told you in Saudi. The CEO is Saudi, but all the top managers, they either from UK, USA, or our actually the CEO, he was from Belgium. He was the ex-head of PayPal in Europe. So they will appoint some European or American guy. Why? Because they have this MBA education. They have they have good education, and they have good business experience. When they're coming here, they're good managers, to manage the business, to grow it. So those people, they should check, okay, what are the demanded professions. And sometimes I know some guys, they checked, okay, there was, let's say, some designer, AutoCAD designer, a high demand over here. The guy just went learning in 1 year in his own country, in Azerbaijan, and he came here and he got a good paid job. And so everything is real. So you have to use different platforms like LinkedIn or Indeed, the job searching platforms. You could
even
try
Dubizzle.
Even Dubizzle, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Dubizzle is the #1 platform for hiring right now. So people who post some hiring over there, they need somebody to start like today.
But would you advise them to come here and apply, or do you think they should start applying from back
They
there?
should start applying from there, because after the pandemic, people get used to have interviews. Even me, like a lot of meetings we conduct by having a Zoom call or like online meeting, and you could have several meetings online,
Yeah.
and then just you have physical meeting
Yeah,
for
'cause-
signing
and
an
then-
agreement.
And then it's only a flight to get here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And also, brother, one more thing, people have to understand that Allah is the one who gives them a risk. Allah is the one, Razak. I'm not saying just take $100 and come over here.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people who came to US from different countries, and I was one of them. I
Yes.
came just with $500 in my pocket. I came 4 times like this. And by the end of my budget, I already had some
Something
paid
else
job,
coming in.
and
Yeah.
yes, I have some income already. So people are coming to US like this, like with $500.
Yeah.
I know people who came to this country same way, and mashallah, who started working as a waiter. Then let's say they opened their martial arts academy. I know people who started working in real estate and sold 6 floors, and they opened like a car rental business and restaurant. I know people who launched some IT companies. So
Yeah.
I know so many successful stories here, but at the same time, tell you the truth, in the US, I knew thousands of people, but I know maybe 5 successful stories out of these people. Most of the people, they either like taxi drivers, or they like movers, or they're working as a truck drivers.
Yes.
But here I meet people who came who had nothing. They had literally salary like $700 or $1,000, and now they driving some expensive car that you could only see in those videos of those rappers,
Yeah.
And at the same time, people are not scared to take a loan in USA, because I know many Muslims, and
Yes.
they will take a mortgage for like 20 or 30 years. They will take it. So basically,
Now you're tying yourself down there.
you
for
tie
20
yourself
down.
there for the same place, same apartment for like 20, 30 years.
Subhanallah.
And they're not afraid. And they are afraid to come here. And here you have halal payment plans, like 7 years. Sometimes you're not buying ready apartments, but some developers, they give, we could also, if somebody need, we could give them ready apartments with the payment plans.
Yes.
But it will be not that long payment plan. You buying a real estate, you could start investing today. You invest in the off plan, in the new building project, they will finish it in 2.5, 3 years. And then you still have payment plan like 5 or sometimes 6 years payment plan. You already receive the key, you rent it out, you receive your income, or you come yourself, you live there. Like one of the good strategies as a short-term rental. You have
Holiday
long-term
homes
and you
and
have
Airbnb.
short-term. When people want to come to Dubai and stay here in their own apartments, and then when they're absent in Europe or US, they want it to be rented out. There are a lot of agencies, they call holiday homes, they could rent it for you. And even the ROI, return of investment, is even higher than on the longer period. If you rent in a long period, you could get like 6 to 10% ROI. If you do a short-term rental, like daily basis, weekly basis, then you could get like 10 to 15% of the rental. Even in some areas like downtown, 17%.
Downtown's
high
nice.
demand, and then you could buy it, I don't know, like $200,000, and you could make per year, let's say, $30,000. So you will pay it off like just in 8 years, 7-8 years. So the options are available. So I encourage people to read and check about the UAE, about the real estate market here. If they need some assistance in that, we also providing, like we actually not only selling real estate, we're providing full support. If person needs to make a visa, we'll help him to get the visa. If person needs to open a business, we will advise him which license he will need, what is better, free zone or on land license. And we will advise him how much it will cost. We will help him to open a personal bank account or a corporate bank account. So we assisting people in all that. So, when I personally came to US, I came to the airport. I knew nobody, and I just came to the airport, and then the first person who approached me, "Are you looking for a job?"
You
And
just
then I was
like go
looking,
for it.
like blind kitten,
Yeah.
But here you could prepare yourself. You could ask all the questions, know how to get the visa, how to come. And tickets nowadays, they're not expensive from US to Dubai. And at the same time, brother, you could combine two things. You could come to the UAE, or you could buy an Umrah package
Yes.
through Dubai. You go to Umrah, you get your reward. You see Saudi Arabia, you do the Umrah, and at the same time, like they call it small Hajj, yes. And at the same time, you will see the UAE. And these countries are very nearby,
Very close to each other.
I'm personally, I'm trying to travel almost every month or every other month to Saudi Arabia. Well, my friend, my wife's friend, she recently told, you going to for Umrah like on your how do they call it, dacha in Russia. We have like your permanent living, and then you have some dacha where you go for a weekend.
Yeah,
So she
like
told,
your
like
second
a weekend
home.
house. Yes. So
Your
she
second
told
home.
you going to Umrah like for your weekend house, because it's very nearby. You could drive it. It will take
Yeah.
you 20 hours to drive it, or you could take a flight just one and a half hours.
Yeah, 1.5 hours. Yeah.
So it's very convenient.
Yeah.
Yes, mashallah. Nowadays, the borders are not that close as before. So you could travel. You could go to Saudi Arabia, make Umrah, which is fard on every Muslim. Yes, to make
Yeah.
Hajj, but at least Umrah you will do. And when you come there, it's one of the main reasons of your iman to strengthen.
Yes.
And I encourage everybody to go for Umrah first, and then to see other Muslim countries. And personally, I would say I've heard it from one of the Talibul Ilm, from
No.
one of the students. He told, when you come to make Hajj or Umrah, and when you will be inside the Kaaba, where
doing tawaf. Yeah.
yes, tawaf, you will see like your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like so close. You
Yeah,
will make
seriously.
dua, and you will receive the result literally. You
As
make
soon as you
dua,
get back,
see the result.
When you
Yes.
get back, as soon as you get back,
Wallahi, I
yeah, I
experienced
witnessed
that
it. Yeah.
so many times in different areas. Getting the job, I went there, I make dua. I went to buy some donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. I get a call. That's how I hired by this Saudi company, and they call me from this and that company. Which company? This and that. And I'm looking at this payment machine that I'm doing the transaction, tapping my card, and like this company, they told, yeah, we're a Saudi company, but would like to offer you in Dubai. And also the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told, if you want your risk, your income to be elevated, yes, to do Umrah and Hajj more often. So it's
Yes.
one of the reasons for your income to grow. And that's
Yeah.
what actually happened. And then, mashallah, I encourage everybody to travel to Saudi Arabia, do Umrah, go to Dubai, see it yourself,
Yeah.
experience yourself. One more thing I would like to mention. This is just very important, brother.
Yes, definitely.
The same amount of money you could buy the real estate in the US or UK, and here is totally different. Here, for 150,000, even 137,000, the studios start that low price in Dubai. In other Emirates, even cheaper. You could get a nice apartments, sometimes fully furnished. Like right now, we have one project going on. Yes.
So which
you
one
will
is
have
that?
Trussardi. Trussardi. It's branded project. You have all the furniture from Trussardi. You have full warranty for 3 years for all furniture and like TV or whatever. You get the free AC. You have the free valet parking service. You have the free cleaning service once per week. You have the free food delivery from the restaurants that will be down there. And you have like a huge pool. You have a yoga zone, you have sauna, you have gym, you have more like 30 amenities. You have kids room. Can you name me one project like below $150,000 or $200,000 in the US that you could get all these amenities and only just 10 minutes drive from the sea? Literally 10 minutes drive from Dubai Marina or Blue Water Island. So you take your car, or there is a metro station just behind the road. You take the metro, 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're at the sea swimming with your kids. You're coming back. Because I lived in LA and I know how much expensive the property close to the sea. So
Yeah,
you could
definitely.
experience this luxury way of living for
A fraction of the price.
yeah, a fraction of the price that you're paying in US. And also you have the payment plan, and if you buy the mortgage in US, you'll end up paying 2-3 times more for your apartments, because they have the percentage, and after this 20-30 years you will end up paying more, and on top of that, inflation. So by the end, let's say even if you rent it out, that means okay, you have your place to live, but you lost money. Here it's very high capitalization. It's around 1.5, 1.7% per month. So this is official data from
Yeah.
Dubai government. So you have like around 20% capitalization, the growth of your property price per year, and then you have a nice payment plan, and then you have all these amenities. So I encourage everybody
It's
to
like a
come and try.
no-brainer, guys. It's an absolute no-brainer. You have to check it out. The UAE, Saudi, like, where can people actually get access to you? Obviously, you and I would do quite the similar thing.
Yes.
So where can people actually access you if they're interested in this
Yes.
before we wrap it up?
Yeah, so basically, people they could send us the message through various social media platforms. They could send us message in Instagram, in Facebook, and WhatsApp. They could leave the inquiry on our website. So one of our agents will contact them
Okay.
and will advise them.
Yeah.
What's the best investment strategy, or because investment strategies are different. If you want to invest, let's say, to make more money by buying it off plan and selling, it's I would say one project. If you want to buy something and have a good ROI outcome while renting it out, it's other projects. If
Yeah.
you want to buy something for yourself
It's
in
another
a
thing.
nice calm area far away from tourists with a good payment plan, it's other projects.
Yes.
So we'll advise them about it, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to give you a big thanks
Yeah.
and barakallahu feek
Wa
for
feek
coming
barakallah.
on to the podcast and giving the people this information, which I think was well needed. You didn't safeguard anything. You didn't keep anything for a specific club. You literally poured everything out there. And I want to give you a big thanks for
Barakallahu
that,
feekum,
bro.
brother.
I really appreciate it. Big shout out LA. But yeah, guys, yeah. So Jazakallah khairan, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate it when you leave your thoughts and your comments and inquiries down in the comment section. Don't forget to turn on your bell notification. And a big thanks, guys. We are above 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and on TikTok. Jazakallah khairan and barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thanks.